Ladies and gentlemen, the academic processional of the May 2019 commencement ceremony for the College of Agriculture, Food and Environment, College of Communication and Information, College of Public Health, the Martin School of Public Policy and Administration, and the Patterson School of Diplomacy and International Commerce at the University of Kentucky is about to begin. The processional is led by University Marshal Dr. Karen S. Badger, UK faculty marshals, and the representatives from the faculty, followed by the degree candidates. Will the audience please rise for the entrance of the platform party and remain standing until the conclusion of the national anthem? Emilia L. Bussell, a candidate for a degree in theater with a music theater certificate from the College of Fine Arts and a BA in communication, will sing the first verse of the national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the 12th president of the University of Kentucky, Dr. Eli I. Capilouto.
Good morning. Good morning and welcome to the University of Kentucky's May 2019 commencement ceremony for the College of Agriculture, Food and Environment, the College of Communication and Information, the College of Public Health, the Martin School of Public Policy and Administration, and the Patterson School of Diplomacy and International Commerce. There are two groups of special guests here on the platform today. First, several members of the university's Board of Trustees are on the platform, including Mr. Robert D. Vance, Vice Chair of the UK Board of Trustees. I ask that all the members of our Board of Trustees to stand and be recognized. In addition to the persons who will be introduced later as they participate in today's commencement activities, there are several administrators and academic officials on the platform, including our university research professors, the Alumni Association Great Teachers, and the recipients of the Provost Award for Outstanding Teaching. These individuals represent the finest academic scholars and administrators in higher education. I ask they stand and be recognized. I would also like to note that during today's ceremonies, you may notice that some of our graduates and even some of our faculty are wearing red, white, and blue cords. These cords recognize a very special segment of the Wildcat family. They symbolize military service to our country, and the University of Kentucky is extremely proud to honor them. I ask these individuals to stand so that we may recognize them. So in 8 years as president of the University of Kentucky, I've had the privilege of hearing literally thousands of stories of our graduates. Among the most moving are from those who were amongst the first in their families to graduate from college. Because I know once that first in the family has the courage to step forward, the trajectory of the entire family changes for generations. So for those of you seated before us today, if you are the first in your family to earn a college degree, I would like you to stand and be recognized. So more than a century and a half ago, two Kentuckians shared an audacious dream. In the midst of the American Civil War, President Lincoln, born in Kentucky, worked so he could sign the Morrill Land Grant Act, making it possible for the first time for states to offer public higher education to a much broader group of people. John Bowman, another Kentuckian, seized that opportunity to found what we know today as the University of Kentucky. We are here because they boldly dreamed in the midst of our bloodiest and deadliest war and acted quickly at its end with the hope to open for the common man the heretofore locked doors of a higher education. We are here to celebrate another generation's fulfillment of their dreams. But the path that led us to today has been neither easy, fully open, or inevitable. It took more dreaming and more doing. We are here because of the sometimes difficult paths taken by those whose footsteps I hope you proudly walk in today. We are here because of individual and collective leadership and courage of those who helped to assure that the promise of public higher education ultimately reached beyond the narrow restrictions of money, class, race, or gender. And we are here because of those who, when called, fought and died abroad to preserve freedom, the basis of free inquiry. We are here because in 1880, Miss Arabelle Clement Gunn, the first woman to graduate from UK, was asked by the then UK President James Patterson, who was both loved and feared, whether she wanted to sit with the audience who was seated below, because back then all the graduates could fit on the platform. He wanted to know if she wanted to sit with the men. Her reply was brief and pointed. I've been through 4 years of classes with them, and I don't see why I shouldn't sit on the platform with them now. Her strength and economy of words reminds us of the character that distinguishes the UK family. The compelling combination of grit and grace that propels our success and brings us all here today. We are here because President Frank McVeigh refused to buckle to a devastating Great Depression, and because when men returned from the First World War, the Great War, and wanted to get in the front of the line to continue their educations, and in some ways put the women in the back, Dean of Women Sarah Bennett Holmes refused. She said no, she would not yield the educational opportunity of young women. And we are here because the greatest generation, your grandparents' generation, who came of age in the Great Depression, united by values like duty, courage, honor, and service, succeeded against great odds and with great risk and loss of life to free Europe from the grip of a genocidal tyrant. More than 9,000 Kentuckians who gave their lives in World War II are remembered by name in Memorial Coliseum. And we are here because each generation has pushed us to be a more inclusive and a better university. Lyman T. Johnson, some 70 years ago, the first African American enrolled at UK, bravely refused to bend to the will of an intolerant time and cut a new path for so many. He opened the door so that Doris Wilkinson and classmates could be the first African American undergraduates to enroll at UK. We are here following the footsteps of those who came before us, who are simply in search of a better life. Among you is a graduate who fled her war-torn home country in the darkness of night and on foot with a single purpose: to one day simply be able to help people. Among you is a student who returned to UK after 25 years to finish her degree. In her words, for her girls. Among you are those with disabilities, visible and not, who refused to be left behind. Their stories, your stories, illustrate what has served us best in our times of struggle. It is our humanity, our commitment to ourselves, and our commitment to one another, to the betterment of mankind. This preserves and propels the preciousness and promise of a people free from fear, falsehoods, want, thought, and speech. Collectively, we are a testament to what is possible. This remarkable place has never been static. It is shaped by global events and the complex questions we choose not to avoid. Our responses have made our campus a meaningful tool for truth and a beacon for progress. We are here because it is your time to shape our future. We are here to pass the torch to a new generation of graduates and to challenge you to propel new dreams to reality. There are discoveries to uncover and challenges to overcome. What you will be asked to do will be much more complex than those who came before you, and the answers, they're increasingly subtle. And our ability to tackle any problem is undermined by what we cannot seem to find in common amongst ourselves and within ourselves. Our divides are exacerbated by technology. Though conceived in the spirit to bring us together, it's morphed into impersonal hotbeds of untruths and rage. These divisions are rooted in distrust, fueled by fear and ignorance, and fed by siloed communications. Some days we are so divided we can't even agree on what the biggest problems are. But we all gather here today. We are here filled with optimism because we know you are prepared to rise above our differences and overtake what is seemingly undiscussable, intractable, unsurmountable. And let us never forget, we are here because of the love and support of those in this audience, your faculty, friends, and family. We are here because on the days you failed, you got back up. You found the will to do so within yourself and with your community. And for your community, you chose to not define yourself by that failure, but instead by what you would do next for others. You stepped up, you spoke out, you found a way forward, supported by a community that refuses to leave you by your side. We are here because we know you are more than ready to stand on today's platform and to stand tall as those before you did. Those who you follow answered the call of their time. Now it is time for you to answer the calls of your time. In doing so, you create a much wider path for those who will follow. In doing so, dedicate yourselves to making this world a better place, a more inclusive place, a more trusting place, a more innovative place, and a more just place. We are here because it is your time, and all of us eagerly cannot wait to see what you're going to make wildly possible Thank you and congratulations. Please welcome Brandon Jamal Colbert, a representative of the May class of 2019. Brandon is a communications major in the College of Communication and Information from Louisville, Kentucky.
Thank you, President Capilouto. To the trustees, administrators, staff, faculty, and of course, the class of 2019, I want to thank you all for this incredible opportunity. I would also like to thank my parents and all of my family and friends for loving and supporting me so much that I made it to this moment. Last and most of all, I would like to thank God for keeping me just another day. 4 years ago, I stood before my graduating class in high school and said these words, and they still ring true today. Jesus is my rock, and that's how I roll. In the weeks leading up to commencement, in between final exams and final papers, I found myself reflecting over my time here at the University of Kentucky. The summation of those reflective thoughts really guided me to the realization that I am not now, in major part due to the University of Kentucky, the same person I was before I got here. From the very first moment I stepped into my freshman year residence hall, I was changed. It was in that moment that I laid eyes on the young woman who became my girlfriend, is my fiance, and will be my wife in just a few months. I love you. She's over there. It was after becoming a student at the University of Kentucky that I was encouraged to dive into the democratic process by educating myself and then voting in my local, state, and national elections for the very first time. I've literally watched myself go from a student to a student leader to a student affairs professional, all while here at this university. My life is very different now than it was when I started this journey. And I dare say that I'm not the only one here who was able to say that. I'm sure my fellow graduates that if granted just a moment to reflect on your time as a Wildcat, you'd come to the very same realization. And for that reason, if I had to give this address a thought topic, it would simply be, I'm going through changes. Change can be scary. Change can be difficult. Change can be strenuous. Change can be laborious. But change can be exciting. Change can be inspiring. Change can be enlightening. Change can be glorious. Regardless of what change looks or feels like, however, one thing about change will always ring true. Change is necessary. I submit to you that there are 3 types of changes that I myself have experienced through my collegiate journey, and I believe that if not all of them, hopefully you've experienced at least one while here at this institution. The first type of change you might have experienced is comparable to the transformation of a tree to a sheet of paper. Have you ever looked at a tree and had a hard time imagining how something so tough and strong could be transformed into something so thin and malleable as a piece of paper? This transformation begins with raw wood. That raw wood is then made into a watery pulp. That pulp is then crushed or flattened onto a heated mat, rolled out, and then continuously cut to produce sheets of paper. I use this imagery to show that the change we experience may have been a change in purpose. The trees have purpose. However, just because they've been turned into paper doesn't mean they've lost their purpose. They've just experienced a change in their purpose. You may have come to the university thinking you were supposed to have a specific major, a certain group of friends, a specific research focus, but all of that may have been true. But sometimes we find ourselves confused, feeling purposeless in our watery pulp stage. And sometimes we have to experience a crushing or flattening event while on this journey, not realizing that our purpose is being changed. I want you to know that just because you experience a change, you still have purpose, and now you are in a better position to fulfill your purpose with your education. You may not be as rough and hard as a tree now, but just like a blank sheet of paper, there are endless possibilities in your future. The second type of change one might experience is comparable to the metamorphosis of a caterpillar to a butterfly. Every butterfly begins as an egg. And when that egg hatches, the caterpillar that emerges is very small and is referred to as a first instar. Now, as a caterpillar grows, its skin cannot grow with it. So what happens is, as it grows, it sheds its old skin and exposes the new skin underneath through a process called molting. The first instar eats and grows until its skin begins molting, and then it becomes a second instar. That second instar eats and grows until it becomes a third instar. That third instar eats and grows until it becomes a fourth instar. That fourth instar, guess what? Eats and grows until it becomes a fifth instar. And that fifth instar eats and grows, but it doesn't just shed its old skin. It forms a chrysalis around the caterpillar. In this chrysalis, the caterpillar is being transformed into something beautiful. Wings are being shaped, antennae are being formed, and after a while, from this chrysalis emerges a butterfly. It's so important to acknowledge this type of change because there are some people who feel bad for changing their major over and over, or joining different student organizations or different professional organizations, trying to figure out where they should be, not realizing that they were eating and growing and shedding the old and revealing the new about themselves to themselves. And good thing that they did, because look at you now, wings fully shaped, ready to carry you to new heights, and an antenna fully formed, ready to fill out your next adventure. Finally, if you guys haven't experienced either of those two changes, you've had to have experienced this one. This final change is most comparable to the transformation of sand to glass. We're all familiar with sand, right? The gazillions of tiny brownish yellow pebbles found primarily in your hair and in your clothes and in your shoes and sometimes even on the beach. So in order to make glass, one must take sand and heat it until it melts and becomes a liquid. However, this usually requires extremely high temperatures. And once the heated liquid sand cools, it doesn't turn back into gazillions of little pebbles, but it's gained an entirely different inner structure. It's now transparent, formable, a cohesive material that now has a multitude of uses. Now, in terms of your collegiate experience, class of 2019, I want you to think of each moment as a little grain of sand, a tough moment, a defining moment, and seemingly insignificant moment, a happy moment, a sad moment, a terrifying moment. Now take all of those little grains of sand, all of those moments, and burn them over the fiery passion that guided you to success in your degree program. Burn them over the scorching drive that led you to this very moment. Do this and you'll notice that not only you, but also all of those little moments that make you who you are have changed. They're no longer a bunch of little moments, but they are one cohesive, transparent experience through which you now have a much clearer vision of who it is that you are, what it is that you can do, and where it is that you can go. There are a lot of things that I can say Kentucky did not do for me, and there are a lot of things that I can say Kentucky did not teach me. But one thing none of us in this room can say, my fellow graduates, is that Kentucky did not change us. So take that change, learn that change, embrace that change, become that change. And if you do that, it won't matter where you find yourself in this world, you'll always have a part of this institution with you, and you will always be ready to experience the beauty of change. Thank you.
Thank you, Brandon, for your thoughtful and insightful remarks and letting everybody know the value of a degree in communications. It's very good. At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. J. Fritz Skeen from Ponte Verde Beach, Florida, who is president of the UK Alumni Association.
Graduates of the class of May 2019, I'd like to officially welcome you to the UK alumni family. Our family has thousands of members across the country and around the world. They have accomplished great things in Kentucky and beyond. Today, you take your place beside them proudly as you are a member now of the UK Alumni Association. Remember always, Kentucky can. Share your success with us. As a UK alum, you can work harder, reach higher, and dream bigger. This is your university. Keep the University of Kentucky part of your life. Wherever you go, all Wildcats want to go with you. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Fritz, for your message and your generosity of time, spirit, and resources that you so bless this university with. The greatest honor a university can bestow is to award its honorary degree. In presenting an honorary degree, the institution is honoring itself. Those persons who are to receive the degree are carefully chosen because of their contributions to the social, educational, humanitarian, and cultural heritage of the state, nation, and world are of the highest order. Provost David Blackwell will introduce the recipients, and the chair of the University Senate Council, Professor Jennifer Bird Pollen, will hand the diploma to me on behalf of the faculty.
President Capilouto, I have the honor to present to you Stephen B. Bright.
Stephen Bright, a Kentuckian from Boyle County, has distinguished himself as a successful attorney, educator, and public servant. As an undergraduate student at the University of Kentucky, Bright majored in political science and served as the president of the Student Government Association. Upon graduation in 1971, Bright enrolled in the UK College of Law and earned his Juris Doctor degree in 1974. Bright is recognized for his work on death penalty cases and race and class discrimination cases within the United States justice system. His efforts have included representing defendants facing possible death sentences, policy work to create a public defender system in Georgia, and various teaching positions at universities across the nation. Bright was instrumental in the American Bar Association's Death Penalty Representation Project. Over the course of his career, Bright has served as the executive director of the District of Columbia Law Students in Court program, director and president of the Southern Center for Human Rights, and currently holds teaching positions at the law schools at Yale, Georgetown, and Georgia State universities. Bright is a recipient of the Roger Baldwin Medal of Liberty from the American Civil Liberties Union, honoring his contributions to civil liberties in the United States. He also was awarded the American Bar Association's Thurgood Marshall Award for his commitment to civil rights. Bright has authored numerous articles published in law journals across the country and has argued several cases in state and federal court, 4 of which were argued at the Supreme Court of the United States. The University of Kentucky is proud to present Stephen B. Bright with the degree of Honorary Doctor of Laws.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, the University Senate recommending, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Honorary Doctor of Laws with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
President Capelouto, I have the honor to present to you Yvonne Giles.
Born and raised in Lexington, Kentucky, Yvonne Giles attended segregated schools until Lexington Junior High School and Henry Clay High School became integrated. She then attended the University of Kentucky, graduating in 1967 with a degree in home economics. Giles worked as a dietitian at Good Samaritan Hospital and earned her master's degree in food science and nutrition from UK. She became a United States Department of Agriculture extension agent, serving in 3 different Kentucky counties, including become the first African American extension agent in Oldham County. Soon thereafter, Giles was elected as the first African American woman on the LaGrange City Council and chaired the Main Street Historic District Commission. She eventually moved to Lexington and worked in the gift industry, serving stores throughout Kentucky and Tennessee. Upon her retirement, Giles embarked on a self-taught career in historical research. She sought information about her own family's genealogy and connected with her own experiences. Over the next 20 years, Giles has worked with the support of others to rediscover the history and accomplishments of African Americans in Lexington. She has dedicated her life to uncovering and documenting those buried and or forgotten in Lexington, specifically at Lexington's African Cemetery No. 2. Due to her hard work and expertise, Giles has been able to describe the accomplishments of Lexington's African American community, dating back to the time when Kentucky's first settlers arrived. Her work has helped regain African American history and shed light on the many ways these stories were disregarded and slighted before and after the Jim Crow era. Her contributions to African American history in Lexington have helped to reshape the city, illuminating the extraordinary value of her work. The University of Kentucky is pleased to present an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters to Yvonne Giles.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, the University Senate recommending, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Honorary Doctor, Humane Letters, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
President Capelouto, I have the honor to present to you Jim Host.
W. James Jim Host was one of the first two recipients of a full baseball scholarship to the University of Kentucky in 1955. Talk about a life-changing opportunity. In addition to being a standout pitcher for UK, Host earned a degree in radio arts and did sports play-by-play on the student radio station and at WVLK in Lexington. Graduating in 1961, he pursued a professional baseball career with the Chicago White Sox organization before an arm injury ended his playing career. During the 1960s, Host ran the Kentucky Central UK Sports Network, which at the time was one of 5 major outlets originating radio broadcasts of University of Kentucky sports events. In 1967, before reaching his 30th birthday, Host became the youngest member of Governor Louis Nahn's cabinet as Commissioner of the Department of Public Information. He later chaired the Kentucky Horse Park Commission, leading to the creation of the Kentucky Horse Park, a major state tourist attraction that has hosted many premier equestrian events, including the Alltech World Equestrian Games in 2010, of which he served as founding chairman. Host went on to found Jim Host and Associates, which became Host Communications. The company acquired exclusive rights to broadcast University of Kentucky sports, and then acquired the radio rights to the NCAA basketball tournament in 1975, a move which proved to be a key step in transforming the event into the major spectacle that it is today. A few years later, Host created the NCAA's Corporate Partner Program, which led to major universities creating licensing and corporate partner programs. Host has served as president of the Lexington Rotary Club and chair of the Greater Lexington Chamber of Commerce. He has also served on the board of directors of the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame and the Louisville Arena Authority, which he guided the building of the KFC Yum Center. Host received the Kentuckian of the Year Award from the Chandler Foundation and the Champion of Diversity Award from the Louisville Urban League. He is a member of both the UK Hall of Distinguished Alumni and the UK Athletics Hall of Fame. The University of Kentucky is proud to present Jim Host with the degree of Honorary Doctor of Humane Letters.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, the University Senate recommending, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Honorary Doctor Humane Letters with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. That's your time. We will now present candidates for the doctoral, master's, and baccalaureate degrees in each of the colleges. Provost Blackwell will introduce the deans of the colleges and present the candidates for the degrees prior to conferral of the degrees.
President Capilouto will present the graduates with their diplomas. Professor Jennifer Bird Poland will hand the diplomas to President Capilouto on behalf of the faculty. Dr. Brian Jackson of the UK Graduate School and Mr. Carl Nathy of UK Public Relations and Marketing will read the names of the graduates as they cross the stage and receive their diploma. Dr. Morris Grubbs is the Assistant Dean of the Graduate School. Assistant Dean Grubbs and I request that the candidates for doctoral and master's degrees in the Martin School of Public Policy and Administration and the Patterson School of Diplomacy and International Commerce please come to the platform to receive your diploma.
Barak Al-Garabali, Doctor of Philosophy, hooded by Dr. Rajiv Darolia. Brent Floyd. Lauren Marie Weiss. Trenton Kane Patrick. Samuel Matthew Misler. Andrew Harris Barker. Teresa Lorraine Ekdahl. Seung-min Kim. Pilmu Ryu. Sujay Kwan. Stani Benisova Bodenbender. Jinrong Yu. Blake James Moss. Andrew William Seals.
Dr. Donna Arnett is the Dean of the College of Public Health. Dean Arnett and I request that the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy and Public Health and Doctor of Public Health, Master's and Bachelor of Public Health degrees in the College of Public Health please come to the platform to receive your diplomas.
Elizabeth Kelly Rodas, Doctor of Philosophy in Gerontology, hooded by Dr. Graham Rolls. Mark Aaron Guest, Doctor of Philosophy, hooded by Dr. Elizabeth Hunter. Robin Ann Thompson, Doctor of Public Health, hooded by Dr. Wayne Sanderson. Jacqueline Mary Seals, Doctor of Public Health, hooded by Dr. Sabrina Brown. Adeze Chinonso Arrow, Doctor of Public Health, hooded by Dr. Glenn Mays. Hern Liu, Doctor of Philosophy, hooded by Dr. Svetya Slavova. Dana Lee Bradley Quisenberry, Doctor of Public Health, hooded by Dr. Svetla Slavova. Radmila Badalayan Choate, Doctor of Philosophy, hooded by Dr. Aaron L. Abner.
Master's degrees will now be presented.
Dakota McQuaid Halbert. Catherine Youngen. Chelsea Ann Reed. Catherine Olson Gross. Olivia M. Ramirez. Alexandra May Miller. Katie Brooke Cornell. Mallory Nicole Antel. Allison Murphy. Tara Paige Richardson, Nathaniel Wilson, Samantha Kennedy, Zimu Lee, Shan Gao, Cortez Ramud Crow, Pierre Fuelo, Nicholas Conley, Paul Bellamy, Ayuluwatomiwa Di Adekunle, Courtney Marie Marshall, Karina Mance, Bangiri Prudence Malinga, Zainab Al Abdali, Tara Lowe, Kristen Danielle Green, Matthew C. Hudson, Elizabeth A. Lancaster, Blake William Freeman, Olivia Colliver, Bailey Anna Reed, Eliza Jane Smith, Lauren Andrew Collins, Caden A. Ross, Adam John Modis, Lucas Brooks, Kayana Boca.
And bachelor degrees will be presented.
Jerica L. Durham, William Russell McIver, Shannon Stephanie Ford, Leah Rose Wendling, Rowan McWilliams Sanborn, Michaela Elizabeth Piper, Mackenzie Lee Wolfe, Cara Rose Metz, Savannah May Lee, Hunter T. Huynh, Morgan L. Avery, Olivia May Pekoski, Brittany Lynn McClure, Honor Madeline Corin McDaniel, Jose Ishmael Chavez Ruvalcaba, Elizabeth Michelle Phelps, Whitney Jordan Smith, Shelby Elizabeth Rutledge, Jordan Renee Wilson, Jose Marco Antonio Hernandez, Jalen Alexander Brooks, Michael Bowen, Akosia Boating, Takea Kenise Rouse, Krista Ariana Meekins, Kalichi Ogadoma, Taylor Janae Murray, Miranda Lynn Gunn, Mackenzie Faith Walls, Emily Grace Goebel, Faith M. Watrous, Alexandra Pauline Cook, Sinead Keeley Meharry, Kaylin Mikkel Short, Marie Talbot Blevins, Miranda Marie Fields, Christine Elizabeth Johnson, Vanessa M. Deanda, Selena Soraya Daba, Zachary Ryan Solomons, Lauren Roach, Leanna Nicole Dixon, Catherine Kenton, Michael Regard, Brooke Renee Shell, Natalie Taylor Collins, Madison Emily Mertzke, Gabrielle Alyn Salamone, Lariah Teal, Ahmed Gabriel Bahala, Corey Michael Nance, Dalton Howard, John David Dutton, Leilani B. Charles, Ayana Vanessa Wright, Renee Jewel Thomas, Kiana Patrice Walker, Tara Dickinson, Markayla Lynn Favors, Talia M. Woody, Tabitha Deanna Miller, Anthi Tai Pham,
Interim Dean Derek Lane and I would like to recognize the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy, Master's, and Bachelor degrees in the College of Communication and Information. As we present the candidates for doctoral, master's, and baccalaureate degrees, President Capilouto will present the degree candidates with their diplomas. As the doctoral candidate's name and the name of their faculty advisor is read, the student will be hooded and then receive his or her diploma. I would also like to recognize the faculty who will be hooding the candidates for doctoral degrees today. These faculty and their students represent a special mentoring relationship that is a crucial component of graduate education. As we honor these graduating students today, we also honor the faculty who have supported them on their journey.
Kelly Cowden Hudson, Doctor of Philosophy, hooded by Dr. Alan DeSantis. Sarah Elizabeth Sheff, Doctor of Philosophy, hooded by Dr. Nancy Grant Harrington. Anna Carey Beck, Doctor of Philosophy, hooded by Dr. Brandy N. Frisbee. Whitney Hope Darnell, Doctor of Philosophy, also hooded by Dr. Frisbee. Kelsey Moore, Doctor of Philosophy, also hooded by Dr. Frisbee.
Master's degrees will now be presented.
Karis Christina Wilson. Sarah Lydia McManus. Elizabeth Ann Langloy. Kelsey Suzanne Carter. Brooke Salters Harover. Destiny Chanel Witherspoon. Leslie D. Wolfe. Mackenzie S. McIntyre. Sarah Urenka Sophia Bell. Lauren Johnson. Robert William Presley. Taban Mia Flores Harrington. Jesse Brennan Stallsworth. Timothy Paul Shannon. Michael L. Morgan. Beth Ann Kerrick. Jeffrey Daniel Carruthers. Matthew Owen Koblenz. Yolanda J.D. Green. Jasmine Frances Lenora Elaine Wilson. April Elizabeth York. Misty Dawn Bailey.
And bachelor's degrees will be presented.
Brooke Ashley White, Jordan Joy Holt, Sierra Christine McLean, Ryan Moore, Andrew Joseph Crum, Noah David Hauk, Alexander Gray McCoy, Aaron Logan Tackett, Edison Dupree, Madeline Ann Miller, Summer Lynn Berger, Peyton Noel Doster, Samantha Frances Webb, Jacqueline M. Schmidt, Alexa Brianna Rains, Valeria Victoria Lopez Rosa, Haley Renee Schnell, Jamie Marie Foster, Daniel Horn, Gregory Stevens Hurlbrink Jr., Eric Thomas Coots, Brian Michael Moriarty, Melissa Dawn White, Meredith Hamilton Jewell, Jared Ewan Warren, Colby Danielle Nelson, Alexandria Ann Ping, Madison Fife, Kenyatta Latrice Mitchell, Elizabeth Ann Winneck, Casey Ray Christopher, Mackenzie Elizabeth Deller, Megan Elizabeth Toffee, Sabrina Ann Shaver, Dylan James Fickey, Matthew Brock Johnson, Megan Elizabeth Parker, Taylor Agathon, Claire Emily Monkman, Molly Ann Gilligan, Morgan Ann Smith, Emily Jordan Crace, Coriana Ray Blevins, Jillian Elise Jones, Andrea Logan Paskowski, Sarah Frances Niederhood, Carly Kincaid Daniels, Lauren Savannah Satchel, Savannah Lee Stowe, Alexandra Ann Whitner, Catherine Lane Gross, Kaylee Ray Holscher, Taylor M. Hager, Abby Lynn Hazeman, Zachary Samuel Perry, Madeline Rose Michaels, Abby E. Long, Hannah Nicole Woosley, Sarah Elizabeth Ladd, McKenna Horsley, Mercedes Humphrey, Jada N. Anderson, Maya Ashley Pretty, Kennedy Elise Mann, Annalisa von Schmeling, Margaret Bishop Ford, Morgan Taylor Lloyd, Sarah Walker, Allie Morgan, Kaylee Renee Bear, Blaine T. Forsey, Casey Ray Crane, Wade J. Hodges, John D. Glenn, Devontae R. Smith, Janice Tyrese Tanner, Michael A. Armstead II, Nicholas Brown. Kristen Victoria Nally. Joshua David Morris. Jordan DeFrey Holt. Stephen Ross Allen. Danielle Marie Dunham. George Arthur McCracken. Noah Bradley Mano. Abraham J. Martha. Joseph Andrew Hardesty. Anna K. Brahen. Carly C. Habenreiser. Jessica Marie Waters. Mackenzie Centers. Elizabeth Olive. Madison Lee Cobb. Rachel Christine Land. Eva Joy Vernon. Griffin Robert Hartline. Leslie Dwayne Saylor. Emma Crespo. Julia Tran. Mariah Brooke Thompson. Rebecca Rumley. Claire Wigglesworth. Monica Lee Ulmer. Danica Clark. Claire Elaine Henning. Brian Henry Kershey. Taylor Madison Matsko. David Patrick Kubota. Emily Catherine Boehner. Megan Catherine Rohrback. Abigail Aaron Walker. William H. Walker. Alyssa Jordan Rominger. Emily Fairchild. Danielle Potts. Curtis Walter Franklin. Nathaniel Van Cleek. Brady Alexander Trapnell. Meredith Marie Edelin. Sydney Elise Sheeter. Hallie Michaela Fodor. Catherine Glassford. Allison Marie Baker Owen. Maeve Armstrong. Samuel Smith. Matthew Wayne Hasty. Philip Harrison Hawkins. Christopher Gerard Angolia. Charlie Dawn Schaefer. Allison Paige Vanetta. Paige E. Menifee. Colin Michael Cruz. Ryan M. Shin. Grant W. Machaki. Ryan Moyel Johnson. Jeff Huffman. Juliana Catherine Palomino. Abby Lauren Azinger. Casey Elizabeth Ashton. Jordan Miller. Mallory Grace Jacks. Jordan Mackenzie O'Malley. Haley Ann Higdon. Thomas Coleman Reifert. Tyler J. Green. John Charles Racklin. Shaylin Nicole Daniels. Jasmine M. McCubbins. Rebecca Clements. Gabrielle Meek. Brendan Cole Stanley. Kyler Dalton Paget, Logan Blake Stenberg, Victoria Holcomb, Morgan Brittany Haas, Haley Biddle, Caroline Marie Harris, Eric Shirkness, Brooke Ball, Barrett D. Climb, Mary Michelle Bregenzer, Chelsea Ariana Wright, Brianna Natalie Baracel, Madeline Michaela McGar, Margaret Jane Ratliff, Maxwell Stratton, Ashlyn Elizabeth Rowane, Bailey Jean Pride, Amanda Nicole Bone, Casey Elizabeth Considine, Catherine Grace Papasadora, Jacob William Schmidt, Alexander Owen Miller, Houghton Young, Luna Hugh, Catherine Page Buckman, Sophia Lynn Post, Ryan Lynn Murphy, Madison Page Roussel, Samantha Jade Robinson, Sarah Jane Johnson, Michaela Johnson, Lucy Renee Willoughby, Dallas Rose Pringle, Ronak Patel, Clay Shackelford, Sarah Brittany Rogers Harper, Dalton Christopher Ivan Garrison, Henry Clark DeAndrea, Morgan Patterson Allen, Allison Carter, Caitlin McKinsey Watson, Brenna Walsh, Shelby Page Gilkerson, Catherine E. Monahan, Megan Pauline Potts, Taylor Wilson Todd, Sydney Sims, Carly Marie Plumeri, Shannon Marie Hickerson, Lily Wint, Lauren Danielle Green, Grace Mora Hayes, Catherine Ann Morrow, Sydney Page Helton, Kristen Brown, Haley Mae Abrams, Natalie Weber, Mackenzie C. Miller, Keenan McKinley Dowd, Catherine Ann Wyatt, Caitlin Brooke Matthews, Sarah Catherine Watson, Lindsay K. Carter, Amy Carolyn Carter, Cassidy T. Caudle, Emily Taylor Moore, Leslie Holland, Marcus V. Goodwin, Carolyn Celeste Starling, Jeremiah W. Morgan, Elizabeth C. Lamb, Megan Sarah Brown, Blake Erickson, Tucker Allen Huff, Evan Scott Pennington, Akiran Schultz, Elias Conwell, Kenichuku Amadifi. Manuel Roy Lyerly III. Cree Anik Villasquez Morrison. Barry Johnson III. Carly Michelle Fort. Marie Emidi. Tori Noel Mitchell. Jonathan Garrett Pilgrim. Jericho Shaquille Curry. Brandon J. Colbert. Aaron Porter Jr. Naila Brianna Spencer. Desiree Leah Cross. Ivan Anthony Rome Jr. Sheridan Brody. Janae Wangeshi Slaw. Ariana Amani Marie Orr. Carlil P. Wilson. Joy Etoshia Taylor. Catherine Ann Jury. Mary Catherine Hale. Morgan Merker. Lily Catherine Samuel. Caroline Louise Maley. Taylor Elizabeth Doherty. Sydney Givens Hazelwood. Jacob McGregor Brockhoff. Jacob Bernard Baltus. Tanner H. Elliott. Catherine Taylor Dybel. Logan Stewart. Bailey Johnson. William Merritt Bullington. Frank E. Cook IV. Skylar Hayes. Kelsey Elizabeth Lawrence. Mackenzie Corey Johnson. Abigail Grace Purdy. Jordan Elise Dillon. Madison Blake Rose. Benton Nybert. Bailey Irene Deff. Sierra N. Smith. Avery Milton Williamson. John Daniel Ernst. Sadie R. Hobbs. Vincent Metcalf. Catherine Elizabeth Roy. Rachel Lauren Brandon. Brianna Monique Johnson. Anne Celine Rennie. Alexander Trey Gifford. Christina K. Thompson. Abigail Heinerman. Tyler Joseph Gibson. Hannah Fox Brookshire. Thomas Robert Boyd. Raphael B. Silva. Brendan John Bohack. Megan Caroline Kitely. Brad Calipari. Soren Kelsey DeFore. Jacob Kronk Haas. Matthew Burton Bennett. Ryan Barton. Serena Elizabeth Jacob. Tia M. May. Emerson Davis Jones. Joseph Anthony Walsberger. Macy Tobin Miller. Adeline Lee Miners. Annalise Levy, Jennifer M. Seibert, Taylor Marie Caponegro, Rebecca Elizabeth Schertzinger, Claire Tower, Grace Elizabeth Colville, Stacy Victoria Bosma, Sarah Elizabeth Hale, Bailey Lute, Abigail Feldkamp, Lauren Mason, Kylie Page Carico, Marissa Alexa Pantoja, Jordan Haas, Lily Fields, Ifalua Tabitha Olatoyan, Jada Ivory Trabu, Takiriana Neal, Nathaniel Quinn Brown, Michelle Caroline Knezovic, Caitlin Nicole Janasco, Kirby Kramer Ford, Peyton Elizabeth McCarroll, Abigail Maureen Dirksing, Alexander Michael Vasallo, Christy Celine Fitzgerald, Aubrey Nicole Rosa, Taylor Simone Carlson, Kelsey Elena Sands, Rachel D. Robinson, Pai Kai Byron, Theodore Reimer Madsen, Lakeisha S. Terry,
Dean Nancy Cox and I would like to recognize the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy, Master's, and Bachelor degrees in the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environment. Dean Cox and I request that the candidates for these degrees please come to the platform to receive your diploma. Again, we would also like to recognize the faculty who will be hooding the candidates for doctoral degrees. These faculty and their students represent special mentoring relationships that are crucial in graduate education. As we honor these graduating students today, we also honor the faculty who have supported them in their journey.
Catherine Marie Payne, Doctor of Philosophy, hooded by Dr. S. Ray Smith. Afaf Al-Magamsi, Doctor of Philosophy, also hooded by Dr. Smith. Alisane Weber Tressman, Doctor of Philosophy, hooded by Dr. David Van Sanford. Amar Sami Al-Bayati, Doctor of Philosophy, hooded by Dr. Mark Coyne. Ding Huang, Doctor of Philosophy, hooded by Dr. Merlin D. Lindemann. Yang Yao, Doctor of Philosophy, hooded by Dr. James C. Matthews. Amanda McLean, Doctor of Philosophy, also hooded by Dr. Matthews. Sun Zhang, Doctor of Philosophy, hooded by Dr. Hung Soo Kim. Cheng Yu Wu, Doctor of Philosophy, hooded by Dr. Christopher Schadl. Gwansun Kim, Doctor of Philosophy, hooded by Dr. Tyler B. Mark. Georgette Owusu Amankwa, Doctor of Philosophy, hooded by Dr. Yoko Kusanosa. Stuart Siegfried Lickenberg, Doctor of Philosophy, hooded by Dr. Jason Unrein and Enrein.
Master's degrees will now be presented.
Aeneas Oliver Kousas, Thomas Murator, Andrea Brooke Keeney, Jennifer Michelle McNeil, John Thomas Allison Jr., Robert Ellis, Alexander Ogden Swartz, Matthew Cornu, Bailey Lauren Mortis, Yabin Tang, Heather Kinney, Taya Simone Cuellar, Sarah Danielle Warren, Elijah X. Parham, Afshin Sieda, Kendra Wu, Madison Marie Kofer, Kelsey Marie McHugh, Francis Akumabi Agbali, Mackenzie Cooper,
And bachelor's degrees will be presented.
Grace Elizabeth Higgs. Giovanna Maria Penapinto. Rachel Mackenzie Seibert. Andrew Franklin Glass. Amelia Hunter Eliwan. Jay Phillips. Fabian Leon. Kiai William Davis. Zachary Alexander Bird. Emily Kate Major. Aaron Philip Gray. Shannon Gregory Harris. Kenneth Swansinger. John David Rudy. Tanner Blake Morris. Russell Dwayne Caseman Jr. Robert Lee Harris. Alsacia Corwin. Shannon May Clancy. Sarah Alice Savane. Megan M. Bauer. Emma Louise Wassman. Ethan Thomas Turley. Evan Lewis Davis. Jonathan Hunter Smith. Elizabeth Ann Moreland. Olivia Margot Lynch. Josie K. Moore. Samantha Rose Geller. Rachel Lee Kiesick. Kevin David King Jr. Anna K. Robinson. Elizabeth Spencer Radomski with service dog Bessie. Darby Jane Cease with service dog Zodiac. Lindsay Morgan Minyard with service dog Mandrake. Emily Rose Stinnett. Jordan Lee Turner. Kayla Mackenzie Sheets. Courtney L. Gilreath. Danielle M. Max. Carly Ray Lyle. Devin Jewett Sadler. Cassidy Ann Mingus. Riley Elizabeth Sigler. Zachary Thomas Sells. Keyston Johnson. Nora G. Cummins. Christina Rose Barone. Amelia Gwynn Lundy. Dakari Malik Campbell. Macario Anthony Butler. Kara Renee Burns. Warren Allen Dillard III. Brianna Marie Proudfoot. Evan William Collins. Gunnar Anthony Hoke. Calvin Cornell Taylor Jr. Joshua C. Marsh. Nashon L. Jones. Kiana R. Gray. Marie Jose Excel. Dalton R. Mertz. Seth Wellington Bush. Lowell Davis Maloney. William M. Lacey. Brian Daniel Chipper. Ben Willoughby. Aaron Colt Bitzer. Evan Matthew Bedard. Justin Scott Yount. Taylor Scott Nash. Danielle Darlene Kinder. Lauren Michelle Spencer. Michaela Christine Athy. Megan Brianne DeVito. Emma Rose Horney. Emma Juletti Shelton. Sarah Marie Tucker. Rachel Shaver Hinton. Hannah Mae Atkins. Kaylee Brooke Barlow. Mariana Grace Frazier. Ashlyn Faith Kendrick. Taylor Siri Masters. Abigail Bennett Higgins. Katie Elizabeth Newbold. Juliana Elizabeth Witt. Caitlin Joyce Shilan. Riley Mae Elaine Drum. Lily Beatty. Catherine Simmons. Rachel Williamson. Leandro J. Braga. David Ehrlert. Juliana Christine Dancer. Willie Ann Gross. Richard E. Helsley Jr. Andrew Patrick Smith. Jaron Elizabeth Fields. Reagan S. Anderson, DeQuinn Evans, Paige Alexandra Williams, Melinda Ray Wolf, Jackson Bell, Keely Jean Cohen, Quinn Towery, Jacob K. Harris, Brian Kist, Clellan R. McMurray, Sarah Elizabeth Atkins, Rachel Christine Cook, Victor Halmos, Melissa Ann Schaefer, Sarah J. Peter, Nicole Funk, Ariana Newell, Deanna Nicole Williams, Rachel London Steffen, Emily K. Ingram, Catherine Beatrice Pierce, Easton Christine Krall, Connor Ray Worley, Alyssa Brooke Kasinger, Kaylee Alexis Gerbeck, Sydney Paige Frederick, Hannah Marie Seaton, Dalton Michael Adamson, Riley Marie Banks, Erica Jean Audrain, Shelley Maria Stiltner, Madeline Elizabeth White, Emily Taylor Coons, Catherine L. Stewart, Peyton Elizabeth Atkins, Tanya N. Samarzich, Salika Luna Calvillo, Faye Saeed Almaki, Madeline Elise McDonald, Alyssa Shane Cox, Emily Bueller Sidoris, Sierra Victoria Baginski, Elena Susan Gruber, Emmeline Augusta Potter, John M. Boyle, Caroline M. Blinko, Taylor Caroline Treadway, Lauren Alexandra Findley, Natalie Ray Heimbrock, Olivia Nell Holker, Natalie Thompson, Dane D. Swinenzer, Danielle Chesney, Gabrielle Dominique Gardner, Macy Ann Randall, Kelsey Janae Tinker, Kayla Danae Shelburne, Neela R. Baker, Paige Simmons, Sarah Elizabeth Drysdale, Elizabeth Hunter Roberts, Tana Brooke Bush, Lindsay Ellen Eckberg, Hannah Elizabeth Howard, Callie Jean Knuckles, Farah Gergis Mikhail, Rachel Lauren Hart, Emily Lane Bertram, Anna Marie Kagoy, Peyton Elizabeth Lewis, Mackenzie Michelle Cropper, Jesse Lee Parsons, Samantha Grace Naughton, Sarah Elizabeth Mullins, Amanda Brooke Potoric, Lindsay Taylor Bowman, Kelly Love Rhinelander, Leah Taylor Grant, Sage Gannon, Courtney Rose Noyes, Kelly K. Patrick, Nicole Kristen Watson, Natalie Alexandra DeCello, Lauren Suzanne Turner, Grace Catherine Reagan, William Napier, Rose Latham Bogus, Kennedy Madison Hill, Katie J. Strayer, Carrie Truitt Peters, Benjamin Alexander Schmidt, Keaton Nathaniel Bunk, Stephen Lee Murphy Jr., Christian Connor Stonebach, Carolee Michelle Andrews with service dog Bear, Alexis Clark, Caroline Estelle Petrine, Kayla Helms, Shane Patricia Halbleib with service dog Blue Jefferson, Mackenzie Ann Neville, Aniston Lee Kane with service dog Jiminy Cricket, I got it. Taven Latuan Richardson, Saheem Tomias King, Micaiah L. Travis, Clay Barker Roberts, James Dean Washbish, Cherie Ray Rushing, Claire Lelashi Roberts, Nicole C. Crace, Abigail Lynn Sammons, Noah Lane Carter, Julia Isabella Nickel, Shelby Nicole Wright, Michael Thomas Clifford, Joshua B. Marshall, Bryson Hedren Walter Jones, Benjamin R. Cotton, John Paul Beard, Ruth Hagany Maloney, Macy Ryan Reed, John A. Bernardo, Catherine Rose Bernardo, Anna Kristen O'Leary, Randall Barrett Brewer, Trevor Nolan Farmer, Hannah Brooke Hazelwood, Jillian Page Collier, Christina Dawn Doherty, Justin Tyler Pedotto, Taylor Alexia Cortavano, Christina Rosen, Danielle Taylor Dixon, Corey Lynn Conley, Lorena Sistig, Seth Patrick Biedenbender, Shayna Rose Holloway, Andrea Rose Walters, Emily S. Sklar, Michaela A. Ojeda, Gabrielle Bissell, Samantha J. Laurel, Megan Laura Randall, Taylor Michelle Lonner, Jason Thomas Spouty, Jessica Renee Belcher, Hannah Marie Carr, Carmen Fry, Jennifer J. Nunn, Meredith Marie Frank, Jonathan Bayton, John Logan Evans Price, Stephen Garrett Dunn, Daniel G. Eaton, John William Erie, Maya Music Collins Patterson, Lena Louise Casely, Hannah Marie Hollowell, Kayla Ashton Schaefer, Michael A. Branscombe, Christine Steedley, April Lee Hayes, Bethany Ellen Hodis, Sarah N. Ressler, Griffin Tufty, Mariah Haley Johnson, Melanie Samantha Edwards, Sydney Jessica Katz, Catherine Derritt Ship, Madeline Van Arsdalen, Alexandria Rojo, Molly Craig Thompson, Eric Gegg, Meredith Lane Johnson, Holly Elizabeth Gragera, Haley Ann Stantz, Braden T. Young, Casey Blaine Whitlock, Israel Logan Mullins, Cooper Thomas Sweeney, Andy R. Standeven, Thomas H. Harris II, Matthew Ellen Spencer, Hannah Eilerman, Andrew Thomas Lloyd, Jared Lawrence Gorman, Matthew Jones, Mackenzie Claire Miller, Danielle Elizabeth Moulton, Jahan Azmi Fruk, Cassie Lee Adams, Amy Renee Sessions, Christine L. Goldman, Catherine Carpenter, Anne Elise Lunsford, Merrick Ann Olson, Sarah Doyle Lennon, John Edwin Cecil, Caroline Warren, Kennedy Marie Taylor, Hannah Ray Travis, Jade Alexandra Samick, Thomas F.X. O'Mara, Jr., Amy Snow, Isabel Detmarine, Haley Mancuso, Bailey Nicole Armour, Madison Kane Baldwin, Tatiana Danielle German, Meredith Redmond O'Connell, Autumn Page Cooper, Sydney Amelia Cooper, Joshua T. LeCount, Zoe Vance Schroeder, Cody Stephen Jones, Madison Caroline Mosher, Jessica Rose Jensen, Megan Mai Gribel, Ingzu Ma, Aisha Rashid Al-Mamari, Jordan Brooke Tyree, Tessa Hall, Madison West, Brittany Sierra Thornton, April Lamb, Lindsay R. Toman, Morgan Barnett, Darcy Davis, Shelby Lowe, Nicole Taylor Mattioli, Cheyenne Marie Brunig, Emily Caroline Creason, Taylor McKinley Schultz, Rebecca Hall, Alexis K. Edwards, Joseph Keller Browning, Tyler S. Strader, David Jacob Toda, Griffin Tyler Johnson, Max Hammer, Jacob Brian Johnson, Charles E. Anderson, Sarah Rios, Thomas Dawson Fugit, Justin M. Bombach, Tian Gahung, Dwight Andrew Leach Jr., Erica Noel Huff, Kendall Elizabeth Arrington, Emma Helen Casagrande, Emily Kristen Hacker, Lydia Danielle Hayden, Emily Stugan, Megan Christina Stevenson, Lexi Watts, Caitlin T. Hardesty, Nakaya Jonisa Brewer, Isaac M. Couch, Adriana Nicole Ferrer, Galen Christe McCarty, Diamond Simone Hargrove, Carrie Page Cecil, Brittany S. Jones, Shaneri Ung, Mengshi Guo, Stacy Joy Hounshell, Amari LaShawn Leach, Gunnar Christian Garton, Taylor Agosa Butler, Brandon Armand Jones,
Will the candidates for Doctor of Public Health and all Doctor of Philosophy degrees please rise? Will the candidates for master's degrees in all disciplines please rise? Will the candidates for bachelor degrees in all disciplines please rise? President Capelouto, I am pleased to present to you the May 2019 candidates for graduate and professional degrees and bachelor degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, the University Senate recommending, I am pleased to confer upon each of you the appropriate degree to which you are entitled and all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. For the baccalaureate degrees, it is now fitting for all graduates to perform the traditional custom of moving your tassels from the right to the left side of your mortarboards. Congratulations! Will the graduates please be seated? Among the baccalaureate degree recipients whom you have just congratulated, there's a group deserving additional congratulations. Students who attain a grade point average of 3.8 or higher are graduated summa cum laude. Those with a grade point average of just above 3.6 to 3.8 are graduated magna cum laude. And those having a grade point average of just above 3.4 to 3.6 are graduated cum laude. Will those persons receiving degrees with commencement honors please stand and be recognized? As we conclude the awarding of the degrees, there are two very important groups of participants I wish to recognize in the completion of these exemplary efforts in graduate and undergraduate education. I ask all the faculty present to stand as we thank them for their dedication to these graduates and to this institution. I would also like to ask the parents, spouses, partners, and families of these graduates to stand as we recognize the measure of their involvement in this achievement of today. Will everyone please stand as Amelia L. Bussell, a graduate of the College of Communication and Information, sings our state song, My Old Kentucky Home.
The
We thank you for attending our May 2019 commencement ceremony. As a conclusion to the ceremony, we want you to join us in celebration of the accomplishments of our graduates. I extend my congratulations to all of our graduates and wish to simply say, thank you for daring to see blue with us at the University of Kentucky. Each of you has given richly to UK, leaving an indelible impression on this institution. You leave here today as a fundamental part of our Kentucky promise. You have been outfitted with the necessary tools to face the world and its many challenges. As you continue on your path to success, I hope you remember your alma mater and stay connected to us. We are very proud of you and honored to count you among the UK family. And now, we'll let you begin your celebration with UK's fight song.
Ladies and gentlemen, mics. Ladies and gentlemen, the university community appreciates your attendance at this May 2019 commencement ceremony. Please remain standing for the recessional led by President Capilouto, Vice Chair Vance, and the Platform Party, followed by the faculty and our 2019 graduates.